Man.
No troll videos. Funny as shit. I just want to hear the seismic charge go off again.
Yeah, it's all you want. And then it just happens. The moaning. But, yeah. Hey, guys. Welcome back to the Vault Talk. You already know who it is. I'm Mark Perez. I got the homie Andrew and Gotti with me today.
We back.
And, once again, we're going to talk about some Mandalorian because that's about the only good show on right now. I would say on any channel or station.
And it's not even on no more.
And it's not even on anymore. We got to wait another year.
Christmas is on Friday, and there's no Mandalorian. What the hell kind of Christmas present is that?
I don't know. But didn't you tell me before that there might be something on Christmas?
They are supposed to release kind of like the behind-the-scenes thing that they did for Season 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm curious to see, because
that'll be cool. I'll watch that.
I'll definitely watch the season. Wake up Christmas morning. No Mando, but I got Mando.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would definitely check that out. I like when shows do that, so you kind of see like how things were made.
Right. See how they did certain scenes, stuff like that.
I mean, obviously now they got CGI and they've had it for a long time now, but more powerful CGI and
which people are debating. We'll get that later in the later in the episode.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, man. But it's like it's just a different creativity than like back in the 80s when Star Wars first started happening. Like
on the rise, right?
The little mini figurines,
right,
and the backdrop kind of like giving like the sense of motion. But yeah.
It's crazy, man. Normally I watch these episodes, I'd say at least twice. And this episode, I don't know, I watched it yesterday, I watched it on Friday, I watched it on Friday when I got home. I watched this episode a few times. And I'm the type of person, like, I'll wake up, set that alarm for 2 in the morning. I'm like, I gotta go to work in a couple of hours. Nah, it's Mandalorian time, I set it up, I hook it up, and I'm watching. And, normally I'll just lay in bed and I'll sit there and I'll lay back, put my pillow a little under my neck a little bit, so I'm sitting up like this and I'm watching it. And I just got to the point where, like, this episode, I'm like, nah, it's the finale. Something's going down.
Oh, yeah.
And, they start off in space, just, like, flying through. And they capture the doctor. So,
by the way, before you continue, I would like to say right off the bat, spoiler alert, just so we kind of get that out of the way.
If you haven't watched it yet, it's your problem.
Right.
100%. It's been out.
It's been out
for almost a week now.
Yeah.
That's your fault. I work a full-time job too, bitch.
Okay, but so the doctor. So
yeah, they captured the doctor basically, and the one Imperial officer, or whatever the hell you want to call him, was sitting there, and basically, he's antagonizing Cara Dune. And you could see her getting that, like, keep talking, bastard, I'm going to shoot your ass.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming, dude. And I've seen a lot of people so far kind of complaining about the 4 women taking the lead roles in this episode, where you got Casca Reeves, which is the wrestler, what's her name, Sasha Banks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you got Bo-Katan, and obviously Cara Dune, and the fuck's the other girl's name?
The one
Fennec. Yeah, Fennec. Yeah. So you got all 4 of them, and people were complaining about that whole, like, why you got to make the show about all, like, who gives a shit? I thought it was badass. It was different.
Yeah. I know we don't like to talk of, like, politics and all that, but I will say it's not in your face. It's not political.
Right.
It just happens to be that these characters who are already in the show or in the world of Star Wars, they've like I said, they've been in there already. So it's not like they're just like creating some random new characters to make a point.
Right.
Like,
and some of them are newer characters, but right.
Right. But like it fits what's going on, and it's amazing. It's
right.
And for anybody that's complaining about it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're not enjoying it.
A bitch.
Yeah, it's
Because honestly, dude, when they were walking on the little platform and the 2 stormtroopers pop out, they're like, "Oh, I got these 2," and they blast them, and then like they come up from behind and they're all like, "Oh shit, we're screwed." But you knew both of the other 2 Mandalorians, Bo-Katan and Casca, were underneath.
Yeah.
Because they dipped off the edge and they came up and just started doo 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 doo. I was like, "Oh hell no!"
That was cool.
Right there, that's like I said. I started the episode laying in bed. Right after that, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a badass episode." I sat up. I'm sitting there watching. I'm just like staring at the TV, like, all right, it's 2 a.m. No one can bother me. No one's coming in my room. No one's awake. No one's gonna text me. Nothing. And I'm the type of person I love to get on Facebook, and you see the status, I'm like, "Oh hell no, fuck yeah, oh that's dope, oh that's lit." And most people know what I'm talking about, but the people that don't, they're just sitting there like, "What the hell is this weirdo posting on Facebook for?"
Mm-hmm.
But man, that just to start the episode, it was great.
Yes.
And then we finally got to see the Dark Troopers in action.
Dude, that was sick.
Sick, but a little underwhelming because it was kind of like I expected more.
I think because they kind of like they threw it all in at once.
Right.
So they show them they show what they can do to just like your everyday person. And you're like, "Oh shit, these guys are badass." And then who comes in and just destroys them.
Just fucking destroys them, dude.
Which kind of made them not look as cool anymore.
Right, but at the same time, it was like
a quick rush. It was like, holy shit, these things are very like super strong.
Right.
And then and then you're just like, oh.
And what really had me, I thought it was pretty cool when Din walks up and he's like, he tells Moff like, "Yo, I just want the kid, bro." Like,
yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, you could take him."
I was like no way.
Bro, I'm like, he ain't doing this, bro. He ain't just gonna let him walk. You see him walk up behind him, and he pulls out the Darksaber and just goes to fucking hit him.
Yeah.
And he's beating the hell out of him. And it's like, all right, dude, that Beskar, you ain't getting through that. They get up in the hallway, he pins him down and got him. I was like, oh, hell yeah. But it was funny as hell seeing Din go against the Dark Troopers, and the one pins him against the wall and just punching his helmet in.
Yeah.
I've been seeing memes of the punch in the helmet, and it says, "I wonder if this is what fish feel like when you knock up the tank." I was like, oh, hell no. I did that shit the other day at PetSmart.
To be honest with you, man, like, obviously you knew he wasn't going to die, but, like, I thought for some reason, like, eventually that thing was just going to break through the helmet.
Yeah.
Like, I was just waiting for it. But then I was like, wait, but it's Beskar.
Well, see, so. I thought, too, after a while that it would get, like, messed up or something in the sense, but at the same time, like, it made sense on why it didn't, because you could take a lightsaber to that. We've seen that with the Ahsoka episode.
Yeah.
And when she was fighting with the fucking post of Beskar, like, or the staff. And it was pretty cool, because it's like, all right, you don't see much of this in Star Wars, at least live action wise. And to see things like this, it's like, it's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And, as the episode goes on, you kind of just keep going, and you're just like, what? Hold up. Who? Why? And, they got you so tuned into it, and there were points like, I felt like a little kid all over again. I was like, man, I feel like I'm 3 again watching Darth Maul ignite them 2 lightsabers for the first time. Or seeing Anakin first turn over to Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
What was the, what is that? It's called the Darksaber?
Yeah. It's the Mandalorian saber.
So, you see, that was very, like, that was very interesting to me, like, to see, like, someone not a Jedi or a Sith Lord wielding a saber.
Right.
I never, like,
well, you're still watching the Clone Wars, right?
Yeah, so I never really watched that yet.
Right. You get a little bit of a breakdown in the Clone Wars, so I ain't going to ruin none of that for you.
Okay, yeah.
But I'll let you get into that.
Yeah, that was very, like, it was cool, because it was, it's a different fight. Like,
right.
Like, with Moff Gideon, he has no, he doesn't use the Force. He's not, like, a Force-sensitive being.
Right, as far as
he's still
we know.
wielding that saber, and he, like, it's like I said, it's a different fight. So it was crazy when Din like takes him down, and you're just like, oh wow, like because instantly you think, oh, somebody's got a saber, kick ass.
Right, yeah.
But no.
You're like, oh, shit, is Din really dying this episode?
Yeah.
Which is like, it's the Mandalorian. They already confirmed season 3 and season 4. So, what's it turned into after this? But I didn't think he was going to die. It was more so like, is he going to die? Nah, no way. But I thought it was badass when he comes walking into like the cockpit and everything, or whatever I guess you want to call it. Like the command center room.
Mm-hmm.
And Bo-Katan and all the other girls are standing there, and she's looking at Din like, yo,
there can only be one.
like, yo, you got the saber? Like,
yeah.
You were supposed to bring his ass to me so I could beat his ass. And then he's sitting there, and I see the meme this morning. It was a Leonardo DiCaprio face, and he's like making laugh at him, and it was captioned over fucking Moff Gideon laying on the floor and laughing at him, saying, "Yep, just when you think you're getting the dark saber." And I was laughing because it's like, yeah, you know, he explains you have to win a battle in order to get that, in order to have that power.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, okay, why doesn't she just beat his ass? Instead of like, does it have to be an actual fight? At the end of the day, who's going to know other than those two standing there that have fought? And then the people around them. I mean, obviously, Moff Gideon's going to snitch. He basically said that. But when he said, nah, see, this ain't how it works, she has to beat you in order to get that, I was like, oh, hell no. She's with him? I was like, no, she's not with him. Like, just that, like, split second, I was like, oh, this is some shady shit. But it's like, you know, it's expected. You see this shit all the time in Star Wars. So I was like, what the fuck? No. And I'm sitting there like, no, don't tell me, like, he has to box these people now? I was like, oh, hell no, we're set up.
Yeah, I think, that would have, like, that would have just completely changed, like,
the tone.
Just everything. That, like, the happiness
Man, I'm tired.
that we got from the season, like, it just would have just completely changed that. It would have been like a dark ending.
Right. I'm really curious to see where the next couple seasons go, because this season, like, season 1 was good.
I mean, we already know Grogu's not out of the picture. We're probably going to see
I don't see Grogu out of the picture at all.
Yeah. They're going to have, like probably 2 different settings.
Right.
They might even do, like, a couple episodes of just him.
Right.
You know, I don't know. We'll see. These are just predictions, obviously, but
yeah, I don't see. But you know, everybody makes the speculation that now Grogu and Luke are gonna get their own show, which it's been said for years that Luke's gonna get his own show.
Well, yeah. So what's his name? That was already a thing. Like, there's rumors that I can't think of the guy's name, but it's some younger actor supposed to possibly play him.
Sebastian Stan?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants, Sebastian Stan. But honestly, I think Max, I forgot the hell his name was. Max Lloyd or something like that, I think his name was. I can't remember his full name, but I know it's Max something. He was the one that actually played Luke in this episode. And then they CGI'd, you know, the old Mark Hamill face, basically, or kind of made him look younger.
Yeah.
And then used Mark Hamill's voice. Damn, dude, I'm fucking tired today. That's like the 8th time I've yawned, bro.
You see, now that was another thing too. When you bring up something that I was thinking of and I wasn't too sure. So that was like a voiceover then, like Mark Hamill actually voiced that, like he did that. Huh?
You can actually tell. I think at one point the lips don't match up. It's very slight, but you can kind of tell.
So yeah, let's get to that.
And
so that CGI.
So before we get to that, let's lead up to the point of how it happened.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you know they're standing there and you got these dark troopers. You know, they finally pop up and they're like, "Yo, how many life forms?" And you know, Fennec's like, "None." And Moff Gideon's like, haha, yeah, bitch, my dark troopers are back, and everyone in this room's about to be dead except me. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, Well, it's about to be a Jedi, because Ahsoka said there's going to be a Jedi coming. Like, he did his call out last episode or the episode previous. There's going to be a Jedi coming out soon. We have to get a Jedi. There has to be a new character this episode. And sure enough, we're standing there and you see the X-Wing coming in, and Cara Dune's looking there with her. She got her blaster out and everything. And she goes, oh, great. One X-Wing? And, made that smart-ass comment like, yay, we're saved. And you see it just go in, and right there I'm like, obviously it's a Jedi. Please don't be Luke. Like, a lot of people look at me like, well, why not Luke? Luke's a badass. Luke's this. To me, I want the Skywalker stuff to die. Like, not because episodes 7, 8, 9 were horrible. I liked them. But, yeah, they didn't do Luke 100% the way I thought they should have. But let the Skywalker stuff go. Like, a lot of people think that the Skywalker, you have to have a Skywalker to have Star Wars. Not at all.
I agree. What I would say, not maybe, not to let it die, but like do it like in its own format, or like in its own like,
right.
In a different
setting,
piece,
instead of being in something
like this is already not a Skywalker story,
right?
You don't always have to incorporate them, but at the same time,
it's badass.
It makes sense. It's not like they forced it.
Right. And I ain't gonna lie, dude, when they showed him on the camera with the hoodie up, or his hood up, I was like, it's not Luke.
What did you think it was?
I was hoping it was Cal Kestis, honestly. But
that's the one with the green.
No. Cal Kestis is the one in Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, okay. And you see, now, that's funny you say that, because my brother, he thought maybe that's who it was going to be.
See.
But because of the X-Wing,
right,
I was like, that's Luke.
Right, and I knew it was Luke when I seen the fucking X-Wing, and then you seen the glove.
Yeah.
But I was hoping it was Cal Kestis. I knew it wasn't gonna be, but I was hoping it was. And then I was really hoping it would have been Ezra from Rebels, opposed to Luke. And like I said, just because I want the Skywalker stuff to kind of just fade out. Give us something new, fresh. Yeah. Give us new Jedi or people from other shows that we've seen. Shine more light on them. I'm tired of we gotta incorporate this. Or, she's a Skywalker. He's a Skywalker. Who gives a fuck?
There's so many Jedi, not even just from the movies, like from the video games and even like books. Like there's so many different Jedi out there that can be used. Right. But they always seem to go back to like the specific like.
And that's the thing I like about.
I think there's like maybe 4 or 5. Like, well, here, let me just name them. Yoda, right?
Yoda's dead at this point.
Mace Windu.
Mace Windu is not dead. I mean,
yeah.
They confirmed he's not dead, but he is speculated to pop up in season 3 or 4.
Yeah. So, and then you have Obi-Wan.
Well, Obi-Wan's dead at this time.
Well, I'm just saying like the most like memorable or the most known. Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker.
Right.
So that's like what, 5 right there? I lost count.
5 or 6.
Those are like the ones that you usually see.
Right.
Qui-Gon Jinn. But what about all the other ones? I mean, Ayla Secura, right? Like you see her a little bit in Clone Wars. Ki-Adi-Mundi.
Right. Give us more
of them. Let's see some more background on them.
And obviously
you see it in the video games.
Right. Obviously you can't in a show like this because it's way after all. They're already dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Give us some more.
Like what we got?
To go off of.
We got like the Obi-Wan story.
Yeah, I'm really hyped for that. And Hayden Christensen returning as Vader.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Let's finish up with the Mando and go into that, man.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about today.
Oh yeah, man.
But like,
okay, so Luke Skywalker comes in.
So
and
yeah, how did you? I've been kind of leading. How'd you feel? He comes on in.
Oh, dude, I thought that was amazing.
Right before that door opens and he's revealed.
So yeah, so like right when that happened, right when I saw that X-wing, instantly I was like, okay, X-wing, so a pilot. I'm like, that's got to be a Skywalker. I'm like, that's got to be Luke.
Right.
But then my brother goes, wait, is that Cal? Or, or I think he said, is that, because we didn't really know the name. I think he said, is that guy from Jedi Fallen Order? And then I was thinking, I'm like, it could be. Because wasn't he a pilot? Or kind of...
he was a scavenger, but...
Yeah,
man,
he knew how to fly, I believe.
Yeah, he knew how to fly.
So anyways, so then I'm like, okay, yeah, that might be him. Because then I was also thinking to myself, well, I heard about how people wanted him in there. So maybe they are going to give the fans
maybe they
what
would
give
us what we wanted.
But no, yeah, as soon as I saw his hand, for one, the hand and then the green lightsaber, I was like, dude, that's Luke Skywalker. And my dad was watching it with us too, and he was like, yeah, that's got to be Luke. And I'm like, yeah, look at it. You look at his hand. You know?
Yeah, dude. And
then when he got revealed, me, my dad, and Nick started laughing because just the quality of the CGI.
Right.
And then
and I thought, like,
at the same time though, we were like, holy shit, that's Luke Skywalker.
That's fucking Luke, right, dude. And honestly, bro, like, when the X-Wing came in, I swear, bro, I was sitting there, I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like the entire time. And you just see him walking up and down the hallway. Like, to me, it was better than Vader's hallway scene in fucking Rogue One. He's coming through, he's just slicing him up.
Oh, yeah, right.
Force pushes him up against the box. Force pushes him, squeezes him, chokes him, and blows his head up.
Dude,
I was like, oh shit, like it's Luke Skywalker. I was freaking out. And
I mean, who else would it be? Who else would be screwing him up like that? Like,
and I honestly, at one point, bro, I got like so happy, I started tearing up. I was like, dude, what? Like, no, bro. Like, I felt like a little kid all over again. I'm tearing up. I'm like, babe, I'm gonna get laughed at, teared up, crying and shit. I'm like, yo, I gotta see this. Is this actually Luke? And they open up and that door opens up and it's just like, it's fucking Luke. It is Luke. And then, they're talking or whatever. And he's like, the kid, whatever. He points at Grogu and he's like, come here. And Grogu basically don't want to go to him.
Yeah.
And, Din's kind of like, yeah, he don't want to go with you, bro. Like, he's not moving. And he's like, he needs your permission. And I was like,
damn, dude.
No, dude.
That made Grogu more badass though, because it's like
it's like
he's
that's
loyal.
His father figure, right?
Yeah. Like that's his homie. Like it's not. This isn't just some guy. Like to him, like
right. It's not no dude, guy anymore.
This dude, Grogu has feelings. Like he's not just some like creature.
Right.
Which I mean, obviously you already knew that he was a smart being because Yoda. He's part of that species. So yeah, but. When that happened, you were just like, you knew that there was that bond, and definitely an emotional scene. And then of course, he makes some little noises, and
he starts cooing and stuff.
Yeah.
My dad called me. I'll text him back.
What about Din taking off the mask?
Yeah, that was pretty cool when Din took off his mask and he picks up Grogu for that final goodbye.
Yeah.
And Grogu reaches out and kind of just, like, touches his cheek and, like, this is the final goodbye.
Yeah.
And that part kind of had me, like, the little man's on his own now. He's going. And, even right before that.
Born free.
When he sets him down and he goes to walk over to Luke, and right before he turns to walk to Luke, R2 comes rolling around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
When R2 rolled around the corner, I was like, no. Like, who else is going to be with Luke, though? Come on now. It's fucking R2, dude. And, you watch that, and then you look back into episode 7 with Rey's flashbacks, or episode 8 and 9, when they kind of give you a little more of Luke's background and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the scene of Anakin with his hand, or not Anakin, Luke with his hand on R2 as the Jedi Temple's burning. And it kind of like, damn. It's crazy that, R2 has literally been, even though, like, we've all known it for years, R2 has literally been episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. My dad's calling me. Hold up.
R2 has seen it all.
What up? All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
You call me.
For those who are, if you're watching, it doesn't look like we have any viewers, but if you're watching this and you get to this part or whatever, please like, share, and subscribe. We love you. If you do, and if you don't, we still love you. All right. So where were we?
Man, it just like seeing Luke, bro, was just like.
Oh, but R2.
Oh yeah, R2. That's where we at, man. Sorry, my dad called me. It threw me off.
Good. No, yeah, like R2D2 is like, it's actually funny. I was watching a Clone Wars episode with him. Where were they? So Anakin loses them in space, or he loses them in space, and he's going back to look for him.
Right.
And Obi-Wan's just like he's just a droid. Like you can get a new droid.
Right. You're not supposed to form attachments.
Right.
Jedi aren't supposed to do that.
And it's funny because I mean, even then it ringed this way, like R2 is not just a droid. Like this cat has been around forever.
And realistically, that's what's crazy about it all, man. Is like
he's not just any droid, I should say.
R2 and C-3PO have really been, a lot of people like don't like C-3PO, and not like us people, but like the Jedi and stuff. They get annoyed with them, or even like 7, 8, and 9. Poe and Rey and them get kind of annoyed with 3PO, and everybody always kind of puts him in a box. Like, dude, shut the fuck up! Like, all you do is talk. But at the same time, like, there's times that his talking and getting you guys, or them getting captured, or whatever the case is, has kind of put you guys into some serious positions that have helped you guys.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that, like, after all these years, they've kind of kept that same rhythm with everything. And even with, like, the Mandalorian, just seeing R2 roll up was like, dude, that's Luke's homie right there, bro.
Right.
Like, he's been in the family for generations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, what was I going to say? Oh, because with 3PO, I think people kind of get annoyed with him because he's kind of like the rational one.
Right.
He thinks in like not common sense, but just like he thinks of just whatever the situation is.
He thinks the worst possible thing.
He looks at it for what it is.
Right.
And then it's like kind of almost like Captain Obvious.
Right.
But
oh,
still
dumbass,
helpful.
Of course we're about to die.
Yeah, yeah. Like still helpful though.
It kind of like brings that reassurance to the situation.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, like I'm in a few Star Wars groups on Facebook, and a few of the like people, they'll ask, who's your favorite droid, or this and that. And like, if you watch Rebels, Chopper, he's one of my favorite. To me, he's put himself in more shitty situations than, like, R2-D2 has, as far as, like, the movies and the shows go, because he literally turns into, like, an Imperial droid to help this and help that and do stuff like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's different. It's not your everyday, like, oh, R2 just rolling down the block, fucking unlocking some doors or making the elevator go up or down.
Yeah, R2D2 is he's a helper droid. Or
right.
What, he kind of he's always with somebody for the most part. But even when he's not, like in A New Hope, when it's just him and C-3PO, of course, what does R2 do? And he's just roaming around, like trying to look for something
or screaming.
Yeah. Whereas C-3PO is kind of like we shouldn't be doing this, but R2D2 is like, screw you, let's just go. Let's explore.
Go, let's run it. And I don't know, man, like even just that whole ending with the Mandalorian when, he does walk away with Grogu and R2. It was just like, damn. That's it? Like, you want more, and it's like, fuck, I wait till season 3.
Yeah.
And then, now at this point, everybody knows to finish, like, watch the credits. And the only reason I ran into the credits scene the first time around, normally, like, right after the episode's over and those credits cue, I turn off the episode. And I didn't turn this one off because I was looking for the remote. And
that's how you found it?
Yeah, I set it on my bed or whatever. What did I do? I set it on my bed, and it wrapped up in my blanket, and I went to move my blanket. What the fuck's the remote at? And I was like, shooting? What the fuck? So I'm watching, and you see Fennec come down the stairs, and she's just shooting people and whatnot. And then you see Boba Fett, and he's talking. He's like, oh, I thought you were dead, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And Boba Fett said, nope, bitch. Bop! It fucking kills him. Sits down on the throne like a badass.
What was that guy's name?
I can't think of it.
But that's the same dude, right?
Yeah.
That's like Jabba's...
Yeah, he's just fatter. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. That was hilarious.
He used to be skinny as fuck. And everyone's like, no, that's not the same guy.
That was definitely the same.
If you had closed captioning on, it's the same person. But,
because they show the...
Yeah, they show so-and-so speaking, yeah. I forgot what his fucking name was. I don't know why I forget Star Wars characters' names like that.
Yeah.
You know why, though? Because you don't, like...
They never state people's names.
Yeah, there's a lot of ones that you gotta be like, oh, that's so-and-so. Oh, shit, that's his name?
Yeah, like they never state their names in the movie, but then, like, in the end credits, you see all these names, and sometimes you're like, who the hell is that? Yeah, exactly. And then, like, if you don't know the actor or whatever, or if you can even see that actor's real face...
Right.
It's like, yeah, you'd never know unless you went and searched it on the internet.
Right. I mean, like, I'm a Star Wars nerd, but there's a lot of characters I don't know. And like, there's people that know more Star Wars than me, definitely 100%. But
did you know? Well, I don't want to go too far off topic, but like, just talking about just the universe. Did you know that there's like a Star Wars role playing site?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but like,
there's a few of them.
Yeah, people actually they get that much into it, which I think is pretty cool.
There's actually a place in France, I think it is, that they do fencing.
Yeah.
And they use lightsabers instead. And it's more of like a dancing type fencing. So they do actually choreography fucking lightsaber battles. And it's pretty cool. But yeah, that whole like end credit scene, bro. And after he takes the throne and it says the Book of Boba Fett. Holiday of 2021 or December 2021. So, at first I thought it was a book. So I'm like, oh, hell yeah, a new book. Definitely. That's dope. Because, it says the Book of. So I'm like, all right, it has to be a book. Like, why the fuck would they?
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, why would you make a trailer for a book? So I was like, whatever. Cool. Hey, it's different. And I was like, fuck yes, I'm definitely buying that book. And then, a couple days later, you start seeing, like, speculation. No, it's a new series. It's a new series. And then they released, like, yesterday or on Sunday or something. Well, yeah. That it is actually a new series coming.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense because they just gave us 20 other fucking series in the past 3 days.
Yeah.
Hey, you got the Ahsoka series, you got the Acolyte series, the Bad Batch, which I'm really hyped for the Bad Batch. The Bad Batch in Clone Wars was pretty good. You'll get to that towards the end of the season, or the end of the show. But there's a lot of, like, everyone's like, oh, Disney's just the money hungry, they're just trying to steal this and that. I'm like, give me as much Star Wars content as you want. Good or bad, I'm still gonna fucking watch it. Like,
yeah, I'll watch. Like, I'll give it all a chance.
Right. I'll finish it to the end. I don't care how bad it is.
Yeah, like I did it with the trilogy, the last trilogy. I'll give it a chance, but it's gonna be hard, man. Mandalorian is gonna be a hard one to beat.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
There's
it's really good. I think that Obi-Wan one's gonna be badass though.
Yeah, there's a lot of good directors out there.
Lando.
I don't know how many would be interested, but like there's a lot of good directors out there that I feel would be able to pull something off.
Well, that's the thing. Filoni and Favreau are doing most of them.
Are they?
Most of them, yeah.
Well, then they're probably gonna be good, dude.
Kathleen Kennedy just needs to let them make movies and run with it.
Yes,
But I am super stoked for the Lando series. A lot of people are like, Lando. I don't care for Lando.
Is Danny Glover gonna be?
I don't know. I'm hoping so, dude. Like he was so good in Solo. You didn't like him?
Nah, I mean,
we ain't friends no more.
Hey, I like the character, but like I don't know. I
never liked Lando as a character.
Yeah, I guess he pulled it off.
He was good, bro.
He pulled it off, but
he was good.
Okay, we'll just agree to disagree.
He was good. But like, no, I thought it was badass. And they're talking about like possibly Darth Maul showing up in the Lando series.
They didn't even just do a Darth Maul show.
Right, they didn't quit playing, motherfucker.
They didn't quit playing.
Go get Ray Park, because Ray Park's still in fucking top shape to do it.
Yeah.
I literally follow this dude's Instagram, and every day he's posting something about lightsaber combat or something. Dude, it's insane.
Darth Maul needs a show. Qui-Gon needs a show.
So you've seen episodes with Darth Maul in the Clone Wars already, right?
No.
Not yet? Okay, so obviously he's in the Clone
they're
Wars.
badass, though.
So, Sam Witwer does a lot of his voice acting and stuff.
Okay.
And I don't know if I ever told you or not. I think I might have brought it up last time. But my grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I did go over that thing. But yeah, that's fucking...
But, I think, actually, you might have said it on the last stream.
I think I said it on the last stream we did, yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I couldn't remember if I said anything or not, but yeah. I'm definitely hyped, man.
You want to just restate the story just so people aren't left hanging?
Ain't nobody watching this shit. I love you guys.
Yeah. But go watch the other episode if you want to know the story.
Yeah, it's at like 28 minutes and 32 seconds. That's bullshit.
But go check that part out anyways. I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, we're probably talking about Ahsoka kicking ass.
Right. Which,
we skipped a whole, we ain't done every episode, but
yeah,
we did skip an episode.
We skipped many episodes.
We skipped the episode between the Ahsoka episode and the final episode.
I think we did.
Which was the Bill Burr episode.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Bill Burr came back, baby.
Dude.
What do you think of Bill Burr in Star Wars? Even though he has talked shit about Star Wars in the past.
Okay.
What do you think of Bill Burr in Star Wars, bro?
Well, okay, so he is actually he's actually talked about that.
Yeah.
Because he did.
And he took it back.
He says he hates Star Wars. Well, I don't know if he still hates Star Wars, but
he took back his comment about never wanting to watch them or be in them.
Yeah, because this is it's like a Western, which is something he loves.
Right.
And well, all of that aside of whether or not he likes or dislikes Star Wars, he's like actually a great fit for this piece.
For this role, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, and his character, he's basically playing himself.
Right. He's still the same smart ass,
which is amazing.
Dude,
yeah,
Bill Burr is fucking hilarious.
And his character has really evolved into something that
I'm hoping we get more of.
Yeah, exactly. He's evolved into somebody that you can really kind of like, you can get with, like he's like he's like a go-getter or whatever. He takes advantage of things, but like we've seen that he has a heart or a soul, I should say, in this last episode.
Right, and yeah, it was.
He was like
crazy how when they first picked him up, he was like, Boba Fett walks down in the slave, and he's like, "Oh, I thought you were the other guy." And fucking Mando Din walks down, and he's like, "Oh fuck, just send me back. I'm not doing nothing for you guys." Being an asshole that he is, and then by the end of the episode, like, he straight up like, "Yo, dude, like, fuck them people. I'm riding for you guys now." And they're like, "Yeah, well, what if we just say he died?" And he's like, "Am I free to go?" And I expected it to be like, "Nope, boom," and just kill him. But I was like, "Nah, they can't kill him off. It's really, please don't kill him off. Please don't kill him off."
Yeah.
And they just let him run free. And I was like, damn. And then, that's when Boba Fett goes up. That seismic charge just comes down after them fucking TIE fighters. And ting! I was like, oh, shit. And that's basically the end of the episode. I was like, fuck yes.
I'm trying to think of something to say about it. I mean, there's nothing else more to say, really.
Right. I mean, I covered all aspects.
That's
badass.
Yeah. I really like. It was always obvious that stormtroopers are basically supposed to be, Nazis or the,
right,
the soldiers. But like they really kind of made it like kind of World War II like in that episode. With them in the trench, or not the trench, the fort, and they're sitting there with all those officers, and it really made you feel like these guys are sitting next to some like some German soldiers or something. At least that's what I got out of it.
Right.
And then
well, and Star Wars has always been that way.
Yeah.
It's always been between that war, basically.
Yeah. Right. But it was just cool. It was a cool episode.
It was definitely nice to see. Mando first take off. Well, second time we've seen him take off his mask.
Yeah.
Or helmet, I should say, not mask. Fucking COVID.
That's gonna be pretty cool to see how he evolves with that his ideology.
You think it's gonna be a new normal, where he takes his helmet off?
Maybe.
Like you're gonna see it every few episodes.
Maybe.
So
because now that he kind of knows that there's something else.
Right. He just grew up living by one.
I think whatever the creeds,
cults and shit.
And I think he's gonna evolve. Like kind of take things from each, and make something better like for himself.
Right.
But yeah. I think we'll see more, and plus, I think it was already said like Pedro Pascal like really wanted to show his face earlier, but they wanted him to like.
You know what's crazy about him taking his helmet off, man? Is if you watch him take his helmet off and put it on, he's the same person. Like, by same person, I mean, sometimes having that helmet on, or the way that they describe when these helmets are on, even being like a stormtrooper, you're like this the entire time. So you have to move like you're in armor and stuff like that, and you gotta like show your expression. Well, with him, when he takes it off, he's still like this in character. He's not like, no, yeah, so this and that, and going like that. You know what I'm saying? So they said that's one of the things that he kind of masters pretty well, being in that helmet. Is he's kind of just like, when he takes it off, it's like, yo, dude, I'm still the same person. Like, I still move the way I can move as if I was in it. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so you're saying, like, just his mannerisms, like, what Din's mannerisms are, he kind of keeps with whether or not
has that helmet on or not.
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
And you don't really catch it because it's so good.
Yeah.
You look at like some of the other characters, Bo-Katan, when she takes hers off, you can tell she's kind of like more like, yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? My helmet's off. Like, she's got to like show it off. She ain't got no helmet on. Like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
And then like she puts it back on, and you can tell she's more stiffed up, and it's like, all right, I'm a Mandalorian, but we're getting shit done. And she did really good.
Yeah. That's a really interesting thing there. He's just a good actor, man.
He really is.
Yeah.
That whole show has good actors in it.
Yes.
I'm hoping we get to see more of Chubbs.
Yeah. Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers. Fucking Chubbs.
Hell yeah. Man. Who else was in there? There was one other special guest. There was the guy that had the Boba Fett armor at first.
Oh, Yeah.
What was that guy's name? I think he was.
I can't think. Timothy O'Flimp or O'Flamp.
Yeah.
Or some bullshit. I know it's Timothy something. Or is it Thomas?
Something.
Timothy.
Something like that. But he's been in quite a few movies and shows.
He's been in a handful of shows. Well, even like the thing I think that I like now about Star Wars is they do use a lot of people that I've noticed from like Game of Thrones. There's a lot of people that have been in Game of Thrones that have been in Star Wars just with the last trilogy on to what we have now.
Yeah.
Even Moff Gideon, bro, like the fucking badass. And they're actually thinking about Marvel's thinking about casting him as a villain for I just seen it today.
For Marvel Comics?
Yeah, cast him as a villain for somebody. I forgot what it was.
What's his name? Esposito.
Was that Juan Carlos Esposito?
Yeah. He's a pretty good actor.
He makes a good fucking villain.
Yeah, well, his character, like, you really, like, you're intrigued by him in like the first few episodes that he's in, and then just these last few episodes, like, you really hate his character. Like, he's just an asshole. He's a he's a coward.
And it's because I think it's because we get so into, like, most people want the bad guys to win in Star Wars.
Yeah.
And with this one, it's like, at first, thinking of a Mandalorian, you would think Din would be bad. And that's where, like, a lot of people, I think, were confused at the start because they all thought, like, is Boba Fett good or bad? And I think me and you had this conversation the other day. You're like, is Boba Fett a bad person?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I look at bounty hunters like it's like a hitman or an assassin. Same thing. You're paid to do a job, whether it's for the good side or the bad side.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got a job.
That's the thing, is that in the movies or in what we see of Boba Fett, he is being paid by the
guys.
The Empire.
Right.
So right away you take him as a villain.
An asshole, a villain.
I mean, even in the games, in Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one, he's put in as a villain.
Right.
In Heroes and Villains, when you can play on Mos Eisley.
Right.
Yeah, him and Jango Fett are both in there as villains. So it's just that's just instilled in your mind. So yeah, when Mandalorian, like when the show was first coming out, it was like, okay, so a show about like a bad guy. So you're kind of seeing it from the bad guy's point of view is what I kind of initially thought.
Right.
And then now we see Boba Fett come in, and it really, like, you right off the bat think, okay, well now because now you see Mandalorian, you see Din as kind of like a good guy.
Right.
So
by this time when you see him,
I thought Boba Fett and Din were gonna like fight or
duke it out. Yeah. And he walked up to him and he told him, like, look, dog, I need my armor.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, we going toe to toe. You're giving me my armor. And then he's like, I got Fennec on the roof.
Yeah.
Or Fennec on the fucking rocks up there.
Yeah.
And, they end up figuring out that, like, we can work together.
Yeah. Like, that was pretty cool. It was a switch up because, like I said, when I saw him come out, at first, actually, I thought maybe he was coming for the for Grogu.
Right.
I thought because, like,
maybe he had a bounty that
maybe
they
put
about.
Because obviously Din, like, in the first episode, or like was the first or second episode when they first introduced Grogu, and he was supposed to go kill him, but he didn't. So I was thinking, like, oh shit, the contract is still out there, and so yeah, that's what I thought he was there for. And then when he was like, I just want my suit,
he don't want nothing else. He's just like, I just want the armor, bro.
I was like, wait, this is weird. And then he's fighting, and then he starts fighting with Din, and then you're just like, oh shit.
Right.
And then
now we gotta wait a year, bro.
Yeah.
And they're talking 2022, like spring, because they want to give us the Boba Fett one next year. Now you better not fucking maybe wait 2 years. I'll kill you.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad. They're probably gonna.
It's already bad enough to make me wait a year.
They're probably gonna do that with like all the shows then, They're gonna like introduce a couple, wait a couple years.
What I'm thinking is we'll get,
because it's all gonna be canon, so maybe they're gonna do something like more like timeline wise.
I'm thinking we'll get 2 or 3 shows a year, maybe even 4 to cover each season.
As long as it's not rushed, man.
Well, like, they kind of confirmed that the Obi-Wan series is only gonna be like a couple episodes. It's gonna be 1 season, a couple episodes, and that's it.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, how much more can you really...
Can you give us Obi-Wan? I mean, he was a teenager when he started, so... But he did disappear for some odd years.
Yeah.
But with Hayden Christensen coming in, it's like... Is he coming in... Are you giving us pre-Hayden Christensen? Or are you giving us Vader Hayden Christensen?
Oh, like Anakin, you mean? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because you kind of already know that you already know that story,
right?
You already know the Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan relationship, and you kind of see a glimpse. You just don't
see him when he's a kid on up.
Yeah, but you kind of see a glimpse of the Darth Vader and Obi-Wan,
right,
like relationship, but like you don't see the in between, like. Which, I mean, I don't really know if there really was or if there really is going to be an in-between for that. Because, like, in the in episode 4, when they battle, that was kind of like the first time they meet.
Right.
Like, probably since, like, the last fight.
At least as far as we think.
Yeah,
we know.
At least as far as we know.
But he says, Master, I see you're doing this and that, whatever. So it is kind of like... I don't know.
Yeah.
We got a lot, man.
Yeah, so much to think about. Or so much that could be. And it's it's exciting, man. And then what's the other one? There's there's like a droid story?
Yeah, the droid army.
So that'll be like the CIS. Droidicas and super battle droids.
Yeah, I think so. Dude, I'm hyped for that. I have always been a huge droid fan. I want a Tusken Raider story.
Yeah. I'd like to see,
they got Tusken Raiders that were...
Jedis.
Jedis. Assad,
yeah.
Was it Assad?
Assad,
God, I don't know why I can always forget that motherfucker's name, too.
I was bored one day. I'm sitting around and I'm like, I wonder if there was ever a Tusken Raider Jedi. And I looked that up. And
he's like one of my favorites, but I can never remember his name.
He's not. He wasn't born a Tusken Raider though. He was like
right.
Whatever he was.
His dad was Tusken, and then he was actually good friends with Anakin growing up.
Oh really?
Yeah, him and in the comics and stuff, he was really good friends with Anakin.
That makes sense. They show him. Don't they show like young Anakin with like little Tusken Raiders?
Yeah.
Like they're all like just chilling, like fixing the racers, the pod racer. And isn't there a little Tusken in there? Like
yeah, I think so. In the comics, yeah.
Oh, in the comics, okay. Yeah. Which is weird because then he goes and kills a bunch of them later on in his life. But yeah. What else is there to say, man? What else is there to say about Star Wars? What else is coming out?
There's a lot, man. Should we save it?
Save it?
We should save it. We'll start 2021 because that'll be the next time. No, we got another week, another 2 weeks before fucking the new year. Damn, dude.
I don't know, man.
This year's crazy.
We'll try to do some more streams.
2021, we're going hard.
Oh yeah.
If it's just us two, we got it.
Yeah. You heard it from us right here on the Mandalorian finale episode. It's gonna happen.
If you guys want topics, man, shoot us some topics.
Yes.
Keep us busy. Give us something to research. Something you guys are interested in. Hey, I know some of you guys are interested in Star Wars, sports, Me and Mark are two people that kind of don't mind doing some research on some cool stuff.
Yeah. Unless it's like political. We try to stay away from that.
We'll leave that over to our boys.
On the
what's his on the Sweats and Steve
Sweats
show.
And Steve show.
There you go,
with,
Sweats and Steve
with Cleanest Boy Naeus.
Yeah,
the clean one, Sweats, and his cousin Steve. Shout out to them. If you haven't checked out their channel,
definitely great guys. At least, well, I know Luke personally, or Cleanest.
Same. I only know Steve from the from the show, but Sweats is a good guy. So. Yeah, but anyways,
he's a weirdo.
This is
a good guy.
this is Vault Media. This is Vault Media, and you should check us out too. So
I do want to say we have lost some fallen soldiers this year. Rest in peace, Sachin.
If he sees this, he's gonna be like, "Wow."
Rest in peace, Isaac.
Right. Nah, Isaac's still around. Isaac's been on plenty of gaming episodes.
Isaac's been on more episodes than I have. I think.
Yeah, most
That's
definitely.
sad. And we started all this. Me, you, and Isaac and Ogre.
Yeah,
and Sachin.
Fernandez was a part of it, but he's busy. And
it's work, man. We're getting older.
Yes, we're getting older, and we're trying to stay COVID free.
COVID cough.
But yeah, more episodes to come.
More episodes to come.
I feel like this is dragged on now.
It is dragged on, dude. We should have ended this shit like 25 minutes ago.
Should've.
What are we at? What are we at time?
We're at 57.
Yeah, we should have ended this at like 42.
Yeah, we're like literally it's just been us trying to stretch out the time.
All right, we're gone.
We're gone.
And we're off.
No, not yet. Like, share, and
subscribe.
No. Like, share, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram at official Vault Media, and where we don't post anything, but hopefully we'll start posting more.
Yeah, we gotta keep our socials up, get this page going.
Yeah, we
ain't
really
got
do.
no viewers today.
Yeah.